What's good, family? Succeed Thought. Welcome back to another message. Welcome back to another video. Peace, love, prosperity to you. Peace, love, abundance to you. As I was sitting here, really just jamming some music, listening to frequencies, I'm really just envisioning the abundance that I have coming to myself and my partner as well. And just living out that experience presently, because by me putting in the work to my passions, towards things that don't feel like work and they just come naturally. Through me doing these things, I'm aligning myself to that quantum version of myself that anybody can do. What you think is the reality that you mirror back to yourself, because you are not the ego, you are not this physical form, but it is just a reflection of what you see yourself as, or what you see yourself being. Because we all play characters, but are you in control of the character that you're playing? So getting back to the video, hate is just a distorted view of love that cannot find itself, so it finds itself through you. And I have 4 main ideas with this video, so let's get into it. These beings have nothing going for themselves, so their love distorts to hate to fill a hole they are running from. And let me read one more time. So these are energy harvesters that love on you so much that their love was distorted through what they cannot see themselves being in, or what they are running from. So same thing, they're running from what they don't see themselves being in because of their mindset that's plagued, or they allow themselves to be plagued through the traumas of their past. But you running from your past is not going to get you anywhere but a endless loop of recyclement to what you aren't truly being, but you're being programmed into being. And that's what I was saying. We all play characters, but what character are you playing if you're not in control of that player? So you're running from something. You're running from the void within your spirit, and you're running from this because you don't have a purpose or purposes. You have no feeling of purpose. So now you create this illusionary purpose of hating on others or being envious of others because you don't have that for yourself. And through making these illusions, now that fills up your void. But when you give time to yourself in a quiet manner, that voice comes back. The second main idea that we got: a fixed mindset of insecurities, self-doubt, giving energy away, non-awareness, and comparison lead to a recyclement of consciousness that can't keep up with itself. And so I was getting into this one, so that's why I jumped to the second main idea. But a fixed mindset, meaning a mindset that is opposite of growth, meaning you are what you are. You cannot grow out of this. Let's say if I'm allowing my mind to believe that I am depressed, or if I'm allowing my mind to believe that I cannot make this much amount of money, or I can't live in this house, or I can't do this lifestyle, or I can't change my career, that is a fixed mindset, and that is not a growth mindset. And a fixed mindset is what we're programmed into becoming, or into being, the moment that we are born into this system, the moment that we resurrect into this system. We're built into this employee mindset that harvests our energy to become an employee, right? That's a fixed mindset. You understand now. So a fixed mindset of insecurities, things that you may see in others, but you lack within yourself only because of your allowance of that comfortability, of that suffering. Self-doubt. same thing. Giving energy away. Constantly being on social media, scrolling, comparing yourself to others on social media, right? We said comparison. Buying immaterial things, playing video games all the time. Sorry. Really just not investing into your spirit. Non-awareness. Not being aware of what you're watching, not being aware of what you're eating, not being aware of what you're consuming, all in all, together. Leads to a recyclement of consciousness that can't keep up with itself, because if you're not investing in your spirit, if you're not doing things for the betterment of yourself, and you're doing things for your ego, that's a cycle that can never fulfill itself, because you're fulfilling yourself with illusions that were never there in the first place, but are there temporarily. So they can't keep up with themselves it can't keep up with itself because it was never meant for you. That was never meant to be your purpose. It was never meant to be your purpose. It was never meant to be your purpose to desire. I'm not going to say desire, but if you see having this nice car or this house or girls or men, whatever you go, whatever way you swing, you see that as the end all be all. But how much time have you put into yourself? Where's the work shown? Whether that may be in your physique, whether that may be in your mindset, your looks, your attractiveness, your knowledge, just how much you research and just how much you understand that you know nothing, but you attract everything to you. Spiritually, you know everything. Physically, you know nothing, right? A fixed mindset will keep you in that distortion of distortation through consciousness and through love, through what you want to call love, right? Because there is no such thing as love, when love can mean multiple things, multiple perspectives. You can love someone but you stab them in the back. You can love someone and call them family, but there's just so many loopholes in that. Yeah, but through my perspective, love, through my perspective, love, and we're talking about the heart chakra, and I actually got 639 hertz frequency playing right now, resonating with the heart chakra. Blocked chakra gateways will distort your vision on reality, or will invert your reality. And society is programmed into being inverted through their mindset, not only through the celebrities that are worshipped because they are inverted physically, men or women or men. It's about 99%. You can't say for sure on all of them, but you can look up on their female gates and their men gates. And biologically, that's not something that you can hide. That's like saying a lion will never eat an impala, or a lion as a vegetarian, right? Biologically, that's not the way that things work, at least in the moment of time that we are presently living in, right? I'll pause the video because I gotta use the restroom, but I'll be right back. How are we doing? We're back. So we'll get on to the next main idea, but all in all, you see the vision, you see the alignment, right? Alright. Hate is a pouting inner child that wants to heal but is afraid of what they do not know about themselves. Hate is a pouting inner child that wants to heal but is afraid of what they do not know about themselves. When something is all you know, that's when, well, your ego thinks that that is all, that is the end all be all. But when you give time to yourself, when you understand, overstand, and understand what you are being within the presence, you'll understand that you know nothing about yourself. And through that not knowing is when you attract everything to you that was meant for you. And hate is a pouting inner child that wants to heal, right? So people who hate on others, people who invest all their time into others instead of themselves, something has happened to them within their past, and it could be a lot of things. Honestly, it could be a lot of things. And whether or not you want to ask them that, it's up to you, but you really don't gotta. You can assume, but at the end of the day, you really don't know. But some things are more obvious than others. We'll put it that way. But all I can say is, putting all that to the side, putting all your traumas to the side, who do you want to be for today? Do you want to continue this endless recyclement or repeatedness of consciousness that is stagnant? It's like laying in bed all day, every day, all day, every day, and not moving, not working out, not exercising your body, your minds, just doing something for yourself. Something for yourself presently that will impact your future. You don't want to do none of this, right? That's what hating on yourself is. And I say hating on yourself because when you hate on others, you're just hating on yourself. You're just looking at your insecurities. You're looking at your, what's the word? Shortcomings, your losses. But you're not transmuting that energy into a winner's mindset. You're not alchemizing that energy into a betterment for yourself. And that's hilarious, because I'm not laughing at you. This is with love to whoever this may be. But at the end of the day, when you unlock your third eye, or whatever you want to call it, just that chakra gateway, you're able to use discernment, and you're able to see through these things. Because it's so easy to spot, because you'll be like, oh shit, that was my past self. And then you realize everybody is just a reflection of you. And then it's like, oh shit. You feel me? Everybody is just within their recycling of consciousness that they think is reality, but it's not actually reality. Because what is reality when it can't be defined? So, besides the illusions that they narrate into being reality through occultism, occultic worship. Next main idea. Being within the act of stillness calls out chaos and forces you to confront oneself. And I did write, instead of calls out, I wrote distills, because, and I found this just like wordplay. Being within the act of stillness distills chaos and forces you to confront oneself. Distills as in, see, I didn't like distills though, because you're not removing the chaos, you're just transmuting that chaos and opening up higher gateways within your chakra points to all in all, just be able to see this to raise your frequency, to raise your vibration into being able to see through different perspectives through opening up these chakra gates, right? So you're not getting rid of chaos, you're not saying no to it, but you are saying no to it, but you're alchemizing it into your future self presently. So asking yourself, what do I see myself doing career-wise? What do I want my hobbies to be? You know, how do I want to make money for myself? Do you want to learn a trade? Do you want to spend the rest of your life working for this company? Or do you want to be an entrepreneur? Work for yourself? See, that's my vision for myself. And I can't say until you do it, because there are many businessmen who are chaotic within their nature, and we're all chaotic with our nature, but I'm trying to find the words. To really just be yourself, to be authentic within yourself. Through stillness, you will find that. You will find that higher inner peace that you look for. Now, if you can't do that says a lot about you and what you see is not through this eye, but it's through these eyes. And with that comes your mindset, right? Because what I see, it would be interpreted as Lucifer. What I think would be interpreted as Jesus Christ or God. But I'm neither of those titles, right? I mean, both of those titles, the meaning behind those titles in a metaphorical sense shows me how to be myself. It shows me how to confront my ego, confront my nature, and through a higher mindset, guiding that. Not controlling it, but guiding it. That's the thing. I'm guiding it, not controlling it. In a sense, you could say I'm controlling it, but I'm guiding it to the point to where it wants to learn back from me. And not back from me, but back from my ego wants to learn from myself. Once you get to that point, that's when life starts working for you. And that's when life doesn't come easy, but through epigenetics, through what you think, through what you consume, these things will rewrite your DNA. Okay? Through that, through what you believe, through what you think you know, through what you think you believe, right? This will determine your future presently. Because if you're not even giving yourself the love back to yourself, but you're giving this distorted view of love and hating on others, that just says a lot about you. And I see my past self within you, and just things that I've been through. And there's a lot more to life than just that. You can do so much more. I'm just rambling. But that was the last of my main ideas, and I had some stuff written down. Astral entity, energy, leeches. Oh yeah, so I feel like many beings who have these inverted chakra gateways within themselves have astral leeches attached onto their being or onto their vessel. So I wrote down Jujutsu Kaisen because you actually see it in Jujutsu Kaisen with, in the movie Jujutsu Kaisen 0, you'll see Geto, which is this Shinigami user. That's their technique, right? They call upon, or not call upon, but they can call upon cursed spirits or cursed energy users to fight for them. And they may have domain expansions, and that's a whole other, that's a lot of stuff to talk about. But we're not talking about that right now. But you'll have cursed spirits on the shoulders of people in the anime, and they'll basically feel this weight relieved from themselves or trauma when this entity is gone, because the only thing allowing that entity to harvest on your energy was you, through your mindset and how you view reality. That's how strong the mind is. The mind is everything beyond just the human mindset, right? So Jujutsu Kaisen, Yu Yu Hakusho. Yu Yu Hakusho, when the portal opens up from living world to demon world, or the spirit world, whatever you want to call it. Because in the anime, there's living world, spirit world, and demon world. It was a portal opening up from living world to demon world. And I need to break that anime down further. But my interpretation of that, when that portal or gateway had opened up and there was flying insects everywhere that majority of people couldn't see, and they would be on like their shoulders or their head, and it'd be like different types of insects. Those are interpretations of astral leeches, but they look so much more disgusting than what you actually picture them to be. And so that's really all with this video. I could keep on talking, but we would just be getting further away from the topic of this video. So this is why I'm gonna cut it short. And it's 22 minutes, so it's not cutting it short, but I know you got something from this video. I'm just going off course. But thank you for watching. Thank you for the support. You know, don't take what I say. Take what I say with a not literal meaning, but take what I say and alchemize that into your truth. So take what I say and decipher it for yourself. And what resonates with you, resonates with you. What doesn't resonate with you, disperse that, dispel that from your existence, because you just want to be doing what works for you, right? Some things I do may work for you, some things I do may not work for you, and that's okay, because you're just being yourself, right? But I love y'all. Do something for yourself today, but I'm not going to tell you that, but I'm going to tell you that. Do something for yourself today, whether that means taking a walk, whether that may be taking a walk, writing, journaling, making a video, singing, writing, going for a drive, just whatever. And thank you. And I love y'all. I'm gone.